Good evening to one and all. Thanks to NIST, the North India section of Textile Institute. I think you are associated with Textile Institute UK. Thanks to all office bearer, Dr. Ram Arselal, Chairman, Dr. Vijay Yadavji, Secretary, Dr. Vinod Shanbagji, I think is the immediate past chairman, and to all elected office bearer, elected members and co-op members, and especially inviting. I am very much thankful to you for giving opportunity to me to discuss about this innovation in a 3D material fabric creation based on the AI platform of this system. And I'm sure this particular webinar will help all young generations who will take away this technology to the industry, and definitely their industry and themselves will have a good growth in their knowledge. We are here today to discuss on leveraging fabric digitization and 3D material creation using artificial intelligence for business growth, and this connected to the textile and the fashion industry. Friends, the textile and the fashion industry is no stranger to innovation, continuously seeking ways to improve efficiency, creativity, and most important, sustainability. Friend, among the latest technological breakthrough, 3D digital fabric material creation stand out as a game changer that has revolutionized the textile landscape. The artificial intelligence play a vital role in creating this 3D digital fabric image in a recent year. This cutting-edge process empower textile manufacturers and designer to create highly realistic virtual fabric material, offering a plethora of advantage that directly impact a business growth. Now, moving forward to understand this particular concept, I will like to highlight you in my present webinar about the overview of our industry, the challenges of the fashion industries, and digital technology platform, how it works, current method of sampling, because this particular 3D fabric creation is very well close associated with the current method of sampling, and now we can overcome those problems in actual working. 3D material creations area and the linear and traditional flow, that is a circular and collaborative workflow, how it works and how it is being benefited, traditional and current digital product creation process. We will show you the revolutionary scalable material digitization process, which is AI/ML embedded system, physical properties creation through this AI embedded power system, and the concept of generation of eco-impactor and eco-parameter using this digital AI/ML system, digital material drape, texture map, how it is being created using this AI generation system. A brand associated who are working on this technology, and definitely the benefits of using this 3D material creation technique to all textile and fashion industry. Friends, just looking into the overview of textile and the fashion industry, you know the global textile market size was valued at USD around 1,000 billion in 21, and it will be a growing CAGR of 4% from 22 to 30. Increasing demand for apparel and from fashion industry coupled with the growth of e-commerce platform and is expected to drive the market growth over a forecast period. There is a close relationship between the fashion and textile. All of you know the textile are the raw material used to create a clothing and other fashion items. The textile industry is a vital part of the fashion industry. Our country is one of the leading producer in the world. The country has a history of producing high quality fabric and the garment. India's ready-made garment export to see a CAGR of 12 to 13% and surpass 30 billion US dollar by 2027. So domestic textile and apparel industry stood up at 152 billion USD in 21 and growing at a CAGR of 12% to reach to $250 billion by 2025. This shows how a industry is being growing and why there is a need of this kind of innovation technology to implement in the industry. Friends, if we see the challenges of textile in the fashion industry and supplier main challenges, we are facing these particular issues with the various parameters enlisted over here. In a global market, tariff and non-tariff barrier coupled with the quota are posing a major challenges to the textile industry. The environmental and the social issues like child labor and personal safety norms are also some of the challenges. Several structural changes have led to a new business environment that the global textile industry needed to adopt to and still to do. These challenges pertain to logistics, social media, marketing, the changing behavior of the consumer. What are the challenges facing sourcing executive today, the fabric sourcing people? Shipping disruptions, harbor shutdown, port congestion, container shortage, and capacity issues have all contributed to delays. We'll find we were facing this problem more during the pandemic period. And that's why the digitization platform become more important during that period. We all learned digitalization technique more during the pandemic period that all of you know. What are the current challenges facing this fashion industry? The talent deficit. We know we need a more skilled people to run this organization. The sustainability gap. Everybody want when he purchase any garment or any fashion material, he always look into the sustainability tag on that garment. Unnecessary textile waste. This is a bigger issue in the fashion and in the textile industry, that whenever we don't need certain kind of garment which are not being consumed, that become a waste and that damaging our planet. Changing desires, supply chain bottleneck are some of the challenges. Spiraling returns will find to reduce a fashion e-commerce return rate, brand must analyze the returns data to uncover patterns and learn customers' behavior and characteristics that are likely to contributing to this issue. Rising distorts. As much as 60% of fashion eco-claim have been classed as unsubstantiated or misleading by the changing market foundation. To rebuild trust, brand must improve traceability and transparency. Nowadays, there is a much, I think, discussion is being there on the traceability area. Blockchain-enabled product passports can share information with consumers, such as material use, manufacturing process, and supplier working condition. So these are the challenges now. They can be overcome with the help of this digitized technology in the fashion industry. Besides this, the diversity and the inclusion are also some of the challenges issue. And of course, the size and fit, because the perfection over here in choosing the material for a size and fit is still a challenge. Now, if you see the digital technology platform in the textile and fashion industry, how it is being overcoming these challenges. Digital technologies such as 3D printing, radio frequency identification, you can see are those barcode, and computer vision in the textile manufacturing are some of the application we see nowadays in the textile industry. How has the digital technology changed the fashion industry? Friend, exponential growth in the use of digital technology has empowered them. They want to interact, belongs, influence, and with a brand from which they buy. What softwares is used in the fashion industry? We'll find that many softwares are there in the fashion industry, like Browseware, Glow. They're the design software like this. The making software is another one of the most recognized software in the fashion industry. And its main benefit is that it let you save on the fabric. Can digital technology transform the fashion industry? Definitely. The digital transformation of the fashion industries with a specific focus on 3D dimensional digital technology is being in the practice nowadays. The software that dominates all others is the computer design, which we are seeing right from the beginning. It helps the designer to create the design as a digital image. It saves the time and the energy of the designer. But we cannot create any 3D version of the 2D fabric to 3D fabric through this computer design. For that, we need a application of AI in a current scenario. Friends, if you look at this digital supporting technologies, the digital innovation supporting fashion industries toward advanced digital fashions are like this. The artificial intelligence, on which we will be discussing today a little bit in depth. Then in support of machine learning, we get a lot of advantage and application in this textile in the fashion industry. Besides, we have the virtual reality and augmented reality, big data analysis, social media, on-demand manufacturing, and Amazon Web Services and IoT. Each of these digital innovation has application in a textile and the fashion industry. If you look at the artificial intelligence, it helps us in a quite a different way. Friends, if you, those who are a little bit new to this AI area, uh, let me tell you the AI is a science of making machine that can think like human and it can do things that are considered smart. I think what you see the all those Googles and Alexas, they are all based on the AI. The AI technology can process large amount of data in a way unlike human. In our this fabricization process also, we have to feed lot of data to get the accurate result of the sample. The goal for AI is to be able to do things such as recognize pattern, make decision, and judge like human. AI enhance the speed, precision, and effectiveness of the human efforts. So looking at this particular characteristic of application of AI, we'll find they are very well used in the textile and the fashion industry. Now, the reactive limited memory, theory of minds, and self-aware are some of the four type of AI we use in our practice. You look at the AI in the textile industry, I would like to highlight this particular application in this manner that AI can improve production efficiency, and reduce waste in a textile manufacturing process. How it reduce the waste in textile manufacturing process, I think that will show you some illustration in a little later. AI can be implemented to optimize yarn and fabric manufacturing process. We are all seen now there is an industry 4.0 scenario is there in practice, and there is a very well use of artificial intelligence in that. The AI system can analyze huge amount of data in the real time, identifying possible inefficiencies and suggestion solutions. And this help reduce material waste and improve the productivity, reducing overall cost. AI can monitor production lines and identify defects, predict machines breakdown, and optimize production schedule. Machine equipped with AI can optimize production schedule, monitor equipment health, and reduce downtime through predictive maintenance. AI can analyze enormous amount of data, gleaning insight from various sources like social media platform, fashion blog, online retail sites, and global fashion events. So all of us are familiar about this last activity handled by AI. If you look at the AI in the fashion industry, by predicting trend with the higher accuracy, the AI can help companies cut off productions of clothing lines that won't sell. I think in our technology also, based on this AI, this particular area is being handled very, very carefully. And that is the biggest advantage of utilizing AI in the fashion industry. And ultimately, this reduces unnecessary waste, reduce water use in production, reduce pollution, and reduce carbon emission. How it is being possible? Because we are only manufacturing those material which are being chosen by the client based on the 3D image available for their prediction. Like this, a trend forecasting is another area what AI can, AI has the application in the fashion industry. The AI tools analyze diverse database like runway image, search and sell data, and social media post, enabling quicker and more precise trend identification. Now this AI on this platform is also have the bigger use in the fashion designer. AI can be used to help textile designer create a new pattern, textures, and the design. I think this particular platform is very well workable for fashion designer also. They can employ ML, machine learning, and generate AI to create a new design faster and more efficiently. This can increase creativity and innovation in the textile. So AI power system can also be used to analyze consumers' preference, allowing designers to create design that are more likely to appeal to the customer. So the AI application in the textile fashion industry, as well as for retailers, have the multiple advantage in their own area. Moreover, you will find the virtual showrooms are being there nowadays in most of the shops. Or you can even visualize the virtual showroom sitting at the home of certain branded certain brands. So AI-powered virtual and augmented reality technology can be used to create immersive virtual showrooms. Textile companies can use this technology to showcase their product to customer in more interactive and engaging way. In my forthcoming slide, I can show you the virtual showrooms. It is unbelievable for you to check whether this is a real or it is a digitized. Virtual reality can be used to stimulate the production process, allowing textile companies to test new ideas and design. Friends, AI in the textile mill can identify area where energy is being wasted and take step to reduce consumption, because nowadays we are also fighting to save the energy in all the area, and there is no exception for textile and the fashion industry. AI for energy management, textile companies can reduce energy cost, increase efficiency, and minimize the environmental impact. And definitely this can help textile companies to comply with energy regulations and reduce their carbon footprint. So these are the advantage of this particular AI in application. Friends, we are just discussing about a current method of sampling technique and challenges. Now, this particular platform is specially designed for making a sampling of the fabric digitized way. You know, whenever suppose you are manufacturing of textile fabric material and you want to sell it to the brand across the globe. Now you cannot send physical sample material to across the globe so easily. There's a lot of challenges are there. You face a lot of problem over there. And it is not possible for them to send a sample in a designated time. It takes a hell of time and there is a lot of traffic disruption over here. Now, instead, you can create a 3D fabric material and create a virtual library of this fabric through this platform. So the current method of sampling technique and challenges are like that. That when we talk about the fashion industry, the technologies like virtual sampling software have completely changed the game for brand. Though this technology, designers do not have to go through the lengthy process of traditional physical sampling. You will iterate through multiple samples until the product and quality align with your vision. So that is the advantage of this process. The goal of the sampling process is to get an approval sample as quickly as possible. All of you know the current method of sampling is a very lengthy process. So what are the solution to this method? The digital sampling technology required brand to change their approaches, but could significantly speed up lead time and reduce waste. Brand and literals are looking at ways to reduce lead time, including harnessing new digital sampling technologies. Simplifying the process could also help to improve fit and therefore brand loyalty and reduce the industry waste. So these are the advantage of this particular new technology. Software suppliers, universities, and the future thinking fashion brands are working on developing a range of new technologies that could allow sampling to take place digitally through the use of tools such as 3D design, 3D printing, or virtual reality. Friends, as a digital technology, including computer graphics software, has become available for fashion and textile designer, digital aesthetic have provided inspiration for new design idea and virtual expression. While introducing this 3D digital material creation, how and why we digital fabrics are being created? Global partnership between fashion brand and their suppliers must become more digital. Vizu, a leading provider for material digitization technology, look into the specifics of digital fabric creation process. Fabric swatches are digitized at a brand's headquarters. These brands are digitizing physical fabric swatches for 3D design, prototyping, and e-commerce. One of the slides I will show you how these processes are being worked out in a shortest possible time through this technology. The typical time from design request to an approved digitized material with conventional process can take up to more than 4 to 20 weeks. Now this 4 to 20 weeks time we are reducing in a 3 to 5 days. Because of this inefficient and time consuming process, there has been an increased push to move the digitalization of the fabric from brand to suppliers, reducing their process to just a few days. Just I mentioned you, it is the shortest period is being required. All of you have seen this digital fabric and how it looks, how it appears. No doubt there not be 100% replacement of physical fabric in certain properties like texture and all, but we can create this fabric in a digitized way. It's most mimic of physical fabric. Three components of digital fabrics are involved, like a texture, physical properties, and data. Texture refers to the surface appearance of physical fabric captured using camera or scanner. And physical properties refers to the fabric drape or the way the fabric hang under its own weight. This will be also illustrated in certain slides in a discussion. To stimulate the drape in 3D software, the fabric thickness, weight bending, and stretchings are measured using testing kits. Data such as fabric content and suppliers is added to the file to make digital fabric ready. So this kind of arrangements are to be made while taking a scan image of the fabric where you have to put some input data, the basic data which is available with the mill people. Why digital fabric is important for it? Because they offer many advantages. They allow designers to iterate and visualize new style much faster than traditional physical sampling allows. Tech designers and pattern makers rely on accurate physical measurement to begin fitting garment in 3D before a physical prototype is ever made. Allowed many companies to greatly reduce physical sampling, thereby decreasing waste and time to production and conserving resource associated with manufacturing, shipping, and sorting garment sample. So these are one of the big advantage of this digital fabric to us. Now, digital fabric sampling is a process of creating a virtual prototype of garment using advanced computer design software. So we create a 2D sample over here. It allows design to visualize, analyze, and modify the product before it goes to the physical production. Comparison with traditional physical sampling, the traditional sampling is a time-consuming, expensive, and generate the excessive waste. That is the disadvantage of traditional sampling. If you look at the benefit of this digital 3D digital sampling, we'll find they are been having a different advantages such as reduced to time to market, cost saving, enhanced collaboration and communication, increased design iteration and variation. If we look at this particular parameter of this reducing time to market, we'll find the faster design iteration and modification are one of the advantage of this. Then we can have a real-time feedback and approval process. Once you create a 3D design material or your sample and upload to cloud to your client, he can provide you the immediate feedback, whether he like it or whether he like that color or if he want some different color in that or different texture. But if you send a physical sample to him, I think it is killing the time for you. So this help you to accelerate the product development timeline. Elimination of physical material cost is a huge cost. Moreover, this elimination of physical material sample is also helping the environment in a big way. So this reduction in the production and the labor cost is there. We minimize shipping and transportation expenses and efficient utilization of the resources. There is a big cost saving in this 3D digital sampling fabric process. Of course, there is a seamless remote collaboration will be there when you use this digital technology. A simulation participation of the stakeholders are involved. Clear and precise communication of design intent is being there. And definitely the global accessibility and scalability will happen. Friends, besides this, we have the easy customization and the personalization with this process, rapid experimentation and optimization. The designer or the garment maker or the fashion designer can immediately convert that 3D design material, 3D fabric material to their choice of the garment. And now, moment they will feel that this particular garment is not to of their choice, they can even inform their supplier to send a new fabric, of course, a digitized form only. And this way we can enhance creativity and innovation through this process. Moreover, we have the advantage of this benefit of this digitalization is the sustainability and environmental impact way. Is minimize material waste and landfill impact, conservation of resources, compliance with eco-friendly practices, and definitely it reduces carbon footprint through fewer physical samples and transportation. And nowadays, this sustainability being an issue for textile fashion industry, with this technology, we can definitely take advantage of reducing carbon footprint. And it also helps enhancing the design processes as well as a streamline collaboration are some of the benefit of this. Of course, the impact of 3D material creation on the fashion industry is in the big way. rationalize the supply chain, is enhancing customer experience. And then, of course, it's speed to market and reduce lead time, as I told you, and faster product development and increase competitiveness. So that is another interesting area. And then enhance online shopping experience is the advantage of 3D garment. So now in continuation of this challenges and consideration of existing fashion industry, now we can also have a benefit of this particular 3D fabric in this way. Now, when we see the AI and ML in the fabric design, this is an algorithm of AI ML to generate the unique fabric design, and then the pattern recognition and analysis for creating new design and customization and the personalization of the fabric pattern, what the AI and the machine learning is helping us. Moreover, this particular technology is giving us the eco parameter of the fabric. We will show you certain interesting slide how a fabric is being available having the tag of eco parameter, which help us understanding the environmental impact of the textile production. The eco parameter measuring the ecological performance of the fabric. And there's a huge role of AI and ML in eco parameter calculation and its analysis. Beside this, will also help to get the importance of fabric physical properties like a drape, stretch, etc. in a quality assessment. This particular technique for measuring and predicting fabric properties is also being used. And as I told you, the physical properties such as strength, elasticity, abrasion resistance are some of the study are being carried out using this AI ML system. We also get advantage of quality control and inspection area. AI and ML for automated fabric inspection is being used. Detection of the defects and flaw of the fabric and enhance quality control and reduce human error. These are some of the advantage of this AI ML. For the textile industry, there is a big advantage such as improved efficiency, enhanced design creativity, and sustainability and reduce environmental impact. Now, how this particular sampling, digitized samplings are being helping us and how this is being done. So this group, the group of this particular technology is passionate enthusiasts looking to transform the fashion space with the help of AI and machine learning. Now we are helping digitize all the fabric sourcing people to digitize their material and create 3D ready fabric with the physical properties, sustainability impact, and other metadata, transforming the way they design, produce, and collaborate, achieving faster time to market, accelerating innovations, reducing the need for physical sample, and shortening the time to make design decision. As I just told you that this particular physical sampling, which is being practiced in the entire textile industry and the fashion industry, has a lot of drawbacks. And we have experienced this big issues to this transformation of the material to the overseas in this pandemic period, where the transportation was almost stopped. Now, just to take over this particular transportation of the fabric issue is being now taken care by this digital fabric transformation. Reducing the physical sending of sample enables sustainability are some of the problem. As I told you, the current method of digitization is too time consuming and unable to obtain the reliable physical properties at scale due to this particular problem. Now, why the fabric digitization is important? The brand investment in the digital product creation helping us to understand that in the pre-pandemic area and the post-pandemic area, there is a big rise in this particular digitization of the material. Now, how this particular aspect is being taken care in the actual practice, we have the two different systems. We can self-scan as a service is one of the area, one of the process, and digitization as a service is another process. So we have to use the office scanner to scan your material. And once your material is being scanned, we can upload this material to AI, this frontier.cool AI cloud. And then this Either you can send material for scanning to the digitalization as service center, and both this material will allow you to create a 3D ready digital material, giving you the texture map, physical properties, and fabric specification. So this is one of the technique of carrying out this. So this particular slide will help you how we can make this digitized material in a 3 to 5 minutes, which is giving you the base texture map, displacement map, roughness map, normal map, and how this material can convert to a 3D design the garment, such as, and this we can even upload to online showroom with the help of those e-commerce technique and all. And this is helping us to create your digitized fabric in a garment design in a shortest available time. Now, suppose you want to change this particular design or any texture, all this thing. I think there's a system in this process. We can change the color of the fabric, the whatever color you want. Suppose your client didn't like this particular sample, a particular color, you can ask him to provide, change the color, whatever the system he can use until he's satisfied. So this is the advantage of this particular technology in this. So we have the self-scan at source system, or we have the digitization at a service system. And either the way you can scan your material on the office scanner and upload to a textile cloud to create a 3D design fabric. Now, I need your attention to this slide because this is exactly will tell you how this process is being working in actual practice. All of you know we are now utilizing physical swash of the fabric to provide the swash to the garment manufacturer or the users or the brand people. Now, as I told you, there's a difficulty in sending this physical fabric to the brand in a possible shortest time. So instead, what this technology suggests you can scan your physical fabric on a standard office scanner. Should I have a 600 dpi standard, and your scan image you have to upload to the cloud, which is AI and ML powered technology base. So once your image is being, the scan image is being uploaded, it will give the fabric of this 4-5 type, which will give the gloss, displacement, metaness, and the normal fabric. So this will help you to make a material specification, AI generated metadata. It will also give the physical property like stretch, drapability, and moreover, it is also helping to give the environmental impact of the measurement. Now, the accuracy of this environmental impact measurement is based on how you feed more information to this system, because AI work on data process. Now, this particular digitized 3D image, then we can use the software like Browseware and the Clo and convert this 3D material to the garment, which is being shown over here. So whatever trouser you can see, they are being digitized trouser. They are being made from the digitized image. Now we can bring a lot of variation in this image based on this particular technology, whatever color you want, whatever type of design you want, and we can easily integrate with backbone of this PLM system and can have a number of different material of your choice color and etc. So this is the revolutionary scalable material digitization process adopted in the industry. Now, whatever I show you, this virtual reality and all those virtual showrooms are some of the example. So these all the digitized version of all your dress material showrooms are shown over here. This image designed in the real time with access to a wide digital library of the fabric. So with this process of digitization, you can create a virtual library and then you can upload this library to the brand or your client views. He can check his fabric in the shortest durable time to many number of pieces. Then these also another areas I can you can enjoy this. This is another digital showroom we can place in this fashion. Now, this is another way utilizing the augmented reality technique to market your product in this fashion. Yeah. So the Metaverse Fashion Week, which was happened over here, they have shown all those companies like Adidas and Louis Vuitton, they have utilized this technology to show their material in a digitized way. Now this Under Armour is another US base. They also accepted the digital technologies which is being taken care of by the Sweetex people from the US. Now, I just told you in the beginning that with the help of AI and ML, we can create a virtual showroom. The virtual design and the merchandising, which is being seen on this my screen, this is not a real showroom. This is the virtual showroom. How we can detect this? You can see the shoes of the left-hand side of this effigy is hanging. So we can create this virtual showroom, whatever garment fabric you are manufacturing, converting to the 3D design material, and they can place in this fashion. So this is the way how you can market your material to the customer. That is one of the advantage of this technology. Like this, we have the multiple main dress material showrooms. We call the virtual design and merchandising can be made in this way based on this technology. Now, as I told you, this is seamless integration with 3D design tools can be possible. So once your fabric are being converted to 3D design, then by using the browseware and Glow or even PTTex software, we can convert that 3D material in an actual digital garment which is being shown over here. At the end, I will show you one video. We'll come to know how this browseware and Glow are being used to convert your 3D material in the actual garment. Now, friend, this is a little bit interesting to understand how a physical fabric and a digitalized fabric appears on a particular cylinder and how the drapability and the flares are being matching. If you look at these images, the actual fabric image, their flare, and the images which is being created with the help of AI, they are being matching. So this is somehow helping us to understand that a physical fabric is being very well mimicked with the digitized fabric, and basing on this number of flare information, I think the fashion designer, fashion technologists, they can create a garment based on their choice. So as you know that the 92% of today's consumer market expects sustainability to be a core brand value. So this technology is helping us to make your system more sustainable. Print is fabric dissertation is not just like taking photos of the fabric. It's not that easy. So this is a true version of your picture in a quite a systematic way. It is being done with the help of AI technology. When you see the digital transformation in the fashion industry, it's very important to understand that the growing demand of digital product creation has increased the need of collaboration between brand and the supplier. So the collaboration is being there now. The many global suppliers are new to digitization and may not be able to meet a brand needs in terms of quality, speed, and the scale. So till this technology is to be implemented in a Indian scenario. So with the help, we help textile manufacturers, meal suppliers, and the fashion brand to navigate, become proficient, and excel in this new paradigm of digital product creation. In addition to our technology solution, we offer comprehensive customer support to guide you through the challenges of digital transformation process. Now, what is the reason why fashion is adopting digital workflow? So the main reason is the sustainability, because we are reduced shipping, we are reducing sampling waste. These are the big advantage to make the process sustainable. And then promote an effective and lean workflow, as we have seen that the response to the customer driven trends more efficiently due to this technology. Approve designs and sample at a high speed. That is a big advantage to grow your business and increase agility in supply chain. And definitely they improve global collaboration with this technology, decrease decision-making time, and promote creativity and experimentation are some of the advantages. No doubt, it is very difficult to judge a feel of the fabric on 3D digitized image. But when you look at the texture map, you'll find the digital material are the foundation of every digital product creation process. Digital materials are made of image scale texture and physical properties. Digital materials can also include added information such as price, stock, and location. So when we digitize this material, we get the 3D texture map with the help of this advanced system, which is based on AI and ML. We get a surface texture. We see the reflectivity of the fabric. We see the base color of the fabric and transparency. So when you create a 3D digital material out of your physical swash, you will able to see the images of this type, because this two texture map describe the bumps and surface structure of the material to visualize how coarse or flat it is. Now the metalness map describe how reflective or metallic a material. This is especially important for a shiny material like satin and all. We also get a base map, and this texture map describes the pure color information of the fabric without the influence of shadows and highlight. The alpha map describes how opaque or transparent a material is. Now, whenever we feel that a feel of the fabric is always a criteria for the say brand people. So we also support you that suppose there is 100 of the fabric which are having identical finish. You can send one sample to your client, let him judge that, and the remaining 99 sample you can digitize and send. So this way also you can make your process most economical. So this is the way how your fabric is being now seen on a draper map. So this textile cloud is helping us to convert this 2D material in a 3D material, showing us the drapability characteristic with the help of browseware software. So like this, there are more than this 20,000 digital materials are being there for many organizations. We can also see the folded fabric also can be made with the help of this system. As I told you, the most interesting things over here is to get a eco impactor or environmental impact estimator of your fabric. So you can see what is the greenhouse gas and water deflation and the land use, which are being related to this fabric material. So now this is being certified by the Contis. As you know, the Contis is a leading environmental sustainability consultancy at Switzerland, US, France, and Germany and Italy based organization. And this organization have the collaboration with Med2Flow group. And this group is helping us for each and every fabric to give about eco impactor of your material. So this is another big advantage of this particular system to make your material, to understand your material, its sustainability point of view. Friend, the current sourcing process, which I told you, the swash and the hanger, what we use to send to your brand, and the physical sending of this material is taking almost 3 to 5 months. But when the end-to-end digital sourcing process, if we adopt, I think we have to just scan the material, and moment it goes to your client to understand the materials and what kind of garment they have to make, it just reduce from 3 to 5 months to just in 3 days. And the remaining the equal days will require to convert for them digitized fabric to the garment, so by using the Flow Optitex or browseware software. So this is the end-to-end digital sourcing process advantage. All of you know the linear traditional workflow and circular workflow has the comparison is being shown over here. And the circular workflow has a big advantage in the current garment industry. So what exactly you have to get the material digitized? This particular parameter is helping us to know that the content of the material, the yarn size, the density, the color, and the finish. Now, these particular images, we get a 3D ready material converting the U3M file and GATM file. And these two U3M and GATM files, they are being have the, I think they're cooperating with this browseware, Taste and Glow software. So this is the way how we can get this. Now there is, since we are putting up the color, Pantone color brand also here, the client even they can change the color of your fabric and they can enjoy the different combination of this material, the color combination. and whichever the brand people like, they can put an order over here. So rather than manufacturing 10 different type of material, you can just make one and create a digitized alternative to that. And this way you can reduce the sampling technique and helping the environment and etc. This is another DAS system, digitization and creation of the sample, which I showed you. So if you see the frontier, this AI and the physical, they are quite identical in a loop. So this is the way why we can say that the digitized material is a mimic of a physical sample. Now, looking at this, if you adopt these practices, we can claim something like that there's a physical sample reduction comes to the 83%. There is a 50% plus opportunity to create a new business, and there's a 10x increase the efficiency of the shared resources through this technology. So this digitize the Adidas has already been created. So those industries which are being utilizing this 3D digital sampling creation platform are this. And now suppose those students who are attending this particular webinar and would like to go abroad for higher studies, you can take a note of this particular companies which are in a brand and working in a different way. So like in the currently the Texpert India is also being associated to make their system digitize, and they have the all 10 to 12 different locations across the world, and they are finding little interesting to make their fabric digitize and satisfy their client. So these are some of the client testimonials. They show that they are quite happy with this system. And like Adidas, all of you know that they have demonstrated their great capability in providing qualified digital material. So this, all those Everest and the company like Swiss Takes, they are being benefited with this process. So this is the way of implementation timeline, this particular technology. And I think we also have some education plan. We are also providing this information to all those education institute. So whoever is connected to this particular webinar from any academic institute, I think we are asking education institute to take advantage of this so that we can make student completely free to assess this particular technology. So that student can make the project based on this particular 3D material creation platform. Yeah. So friends, let us have a look to on this video. Whatever I just discussed with you, this video will help you to understand this particular digitization technique more clearly. Yeah. So what you have to do now, so you have to take your material swash or hanger like this, and you have to scan it on the office scanner and upload this scan image to the cloud. And this will create a 3D material image like this. We can view those material on its repairability characteristic or the 3D viewer, convert that material to the garment based on this wood board, and finally convert the 3D garment. You'll have a eco compactor on this material. Supercharge your digital production creation with this technique, and we empower you from design ideation to 3D product creation for this technology. And limitless 3D fabric you can create based on this technology. You set up your gear. It's fast, reliable, affordable, sustainable. And I'm sure this particular technology, if you implement or understand, really is a big platform for you. And this way you can have your growth in the business by utilizing and making your system digitize. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Gotmare.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful presentation, and now I think the floor is open for discussions.
Yeah.
We can see a couple of questions.
Dr. Yadav, let us invite some comments.
Thank you, Dr. Lal, and thank you, Professor Gotmare, for bringing this topic for discussion. See, the beginning of any kind of a process obviously has to start with digitization. Only then you can handle whatever data that you have. So whichever company like the Frontier, for example, they are trying to advertise whatever they can do. I'm sure once you have a digital data, enough algorithms are available and will be made more efficient to simulate what the fabric is going to look like or the garment is going to look like at the end of the day. So the challenge, as far as I am concerned, in this understanding is that digitization is the beginning of the AI. AI is a very separate, system in the sense that this becomes smarter by the day. It is not just that giving a certain design and a pattern and how is it going to behave. As the question is, the AI should and would make the system and the software itself learns by itself. That means whenever something goes wrong and data is presented, for example, you play a chess match with the computer, AI-generated computer,
AI area.
If at all you are able to beat this in one game, it will be very difficult for you to beat in the second game. Because the fellow understands what you're going to do every step that you run.
Exactly. Very interesting.
This is the easier part of the whole thing. That is understanding, getting a feedback. And the feedback as to whether everything was right or wrong when you did whatever you did, that's the machine learning part of it. The challenge comes the machine itself, I can make a digital fabric, I can do a lot of things which the software will do, and the client may be will appreciate it also and say, well, this is it, please give me this. The problem will come, and generally comes, is when you convert this digital information into a real information. That remains the biggest challenge. The sensors on the machines, that's one, whether the instructions that are being passed on, that you please do this warp, keep this tension, keep this ends, whether it is actually happening. You see, the question is, it's not a question of finding a fault. It's the question of, suppose somebody has found a fault while you are actually weaving, and it is processed and immediately, can that fault be rectified as the machine is still running, as a new fabric is being formed? Finding a fault after the fabric has been made is again a long process, becomes a manual. So that becomes one of the bigger challenges in this thing, how to ensure that whatever I show them digitally and howsoever beautifully, whether my machine, whichever machine that I have finally, whether the machine will be able to convert into that. So that interface is a very important part of it. The other is the material that you choose, whatever material that you choose. For example, we say the yarn has got so much variation within itself, the tensions and the warps and the wefts and the other machine parameters, which are actually the process and reprocess, they have their own issues. Now, whether that AI will take it back from there and say, well, change your tensions like this, not just change your tension, actually changes the tension. You see, the actuation, the sensors not only have to understand, give the feedback, but once the feedback comes, and the machine must react to it and change it. For example, if the first few meters are not correct, then the next few meters should be better, and the next few meters should be better. And here, therefore, the most important part is not how you look at a digital form. What will be that the data which is being fed, whether of the material, yarn, or the fabric properties, or the fiber properties for that matter, whether that data actually gets processed, and that the data that we are giving, the material that we have, which has been evaluated, whichever way has been fed correctly. If the data is correctly fed, only then the system will work. For example, AI, the system has said that do this, and you actually don't do this exactly, but you do it some way and say that I've done it. Then the machine says that you've done it. Therefore, the result should be good.
Yeah.
If the result doesn't come good, then it's a question of man, material, machine interaction as well. So by the time we actually come to a situation where the machines are going to, whether they are the garment making machines or the fabric making machines or the yarn making machine for that matter, if they respond to that feedback online or maybe after a little gap, then things will be very different than currently that we are discussing. So we still have a lot of things. One is the data itself. Issues like ecology, sustainability, child labor, deficiency in talent, that machine should be able to take it. But the deficiency of the talent is in terms of understanding this and making sure the machine is set up accordingly and the parameters. So the time when it will happen automatically, you do not have to worry, because the yarn property, the difference in the automobile industry and the textile industry is the material property in an, let's say, an automobile industry are very consistent. And a textile material, starting from the fiber to the yarn to the fabric and then to the garment, has got a lot of variations, and those variations must be accounted for in certain manner. If I get an information, please change this because the aberration is not going to come out nice, whether I am able to change this to match somebody's requirement. So those challenges do exist, and I'm sure if it becomes economically viable, you see, like digital printing for that matter has become very much economically viable. Constructing and making not just developing, making a fabric, finally manufacturing is a much more complex process based on the information that the AI may generate. And so let's forget about the investment part, because the big companies don't mind huge investments also, because once the investment is done nicely and you start making profits, then you become the boss. So this is how the life goes on. So thank you for introducing this particular concept to the audience today. And I do see a good future, even if it is slow. I'm sure it's going to pick up, and the value addition is going to be felt sooner than later. And I hope at least across the globe, not just in India. We're talking about, at the moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Nice observation. Yeah, I will take it.
Thank you, sir. An expert comment from the expert. For the expert. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir, Professor Kushal Sen.
Thank you, and have a nice evening.
Thank you, Professor Sambhag and
Kushal Sen, sir.
everyone.
Thanks all of you. Thank you.